Now, the Prime Minister is heading towards, as we said, Bermagui on the south coast. People still very raw from the events on the south coast a few years ago. Our reporter Joel Philp is standing by. You're at the Bega Valley Fire Control Centre. Anthony Albanese's just been there. What's happening now?
Well, that has just wrapped up, and we have learned the official figures so far from reconnaissance fights heading over the Coolagolite fire, which is about 20 kilometres to the north of here, that so far it is confirmed that 3 homes have been lost and that 1 shed has been destroyed. Now, obviously, those assessments will continue throughout today and obviously into the future. Beyond that, we also learned that somebody who actually remained in the area to defend his property crashed his vehicle because of these fires. He was driving from the road between Tathra and then heading up towards Bermagui when in a fire impacted area, a tree branch fell in front of his car. He swerved quickly and crashed his car into a tree. So these are dangerous conditions that people are facing there. Now, the Prime Minister, I told you last hour he wasn't going to be heading towards Bermagui. That's what his office told me. They said that there were operational reasons why he couldn't head into the area, but he's just confirmed, as you've heard there in those comments, that he will be driving in there. It was a scramble from the Prime Minister's office to try and organise one of the media to head along with him to capture those moments, so we're likely to see that as it unfolds, possibly throughout the coming hours. But this is a touchy subject, of course, a traumatic experience for many people who in the Bega Valley experienced those 2019-20 Black Summer fires. The Prime Minister touched on that earlier.
We can smell, we can see the impact that these fires are having, and that would be having a triggering response for people who went through such a traumatic time during the summer of 2019-2020.
The fire ripped through 5,200 hectares of bushland, and a lot of these properties were in pretty remote areas. That's why it's been hard to determine how many have been destroyed, and it moved at an incredible speed yesterday. Here's the RFS Commissioner.
That fire travelled 15 kilometres yesterday afternoon, so enormous speed, and that was throwing a lot of embers ahead of itself and starting new fires. So it arrived a lot quicker than people expected. I'm very lucky and grateful that we got warnings out very early.
The haze of smoke has started to lift now here in Bega, and there's also a few drops of rain, and there's some quite dark storm clouds overhead. So it looks like the worst of the warm weather has finished for now, so it's about assessing the damage. Kieran?